This is June's cover page. I love the stain, but I think that journals are learning process, learning what works, what doesn't, and kind of changing it through the month as we go. So what worked is the stain paper. What didn't work was staining it after I put all the decorations on or the white out. It looks a little bit like a hot mess with the white out, but I'm still okay with the way it looks. I played a little bit with my new stamps. I did not know that had a paw in it because I wasn't paying attention. Lesson learned. I like the waterfall. However, I found ways to do it in July without having it all over the place like this. I did keep up with my water and my energy. The rest, I did not do any art or writing really this month. It's been kind of crazy. Did not do these. Did most of these. So I'm trying to prep for quarter 3 because we're jumping into quarter 3 already. Still filling out these pages. I did these here. So instead of giving myself a whole lot to write, a whole lot of space, I should say, what I did for this next month, I'm still filling this out because we're not quite to the end of the month. But this is another example of learning. So I started to journal on these sections and then I whited them out, and then the whiteout looked ugly, so I covered it over. And then I did these squares here and whited out a whole bunch of stuff. It didn't look good with the stained paper, but it's a lesson learned. And then I did better. I did 3 priority tasks right here, or 4 depending. And then I color coded these ones. But it started to make me realize I don't need this much of a space. So again, this is this week's. Nope, this is last week's. And so you can see I rarely wrote anything on the side. Trying to be okay with that. I've been doing really good with this part here. And then this is the last week. And I don't know if I'm going to put anything right here or just leave it alone. I did really good with the little journal spots. I really like these. This was from the Comic-Con that we went to. So this is Jay and her bridesmaid, or Corpse's Bride cosplay. This is our booth setup where we had a lot of fun. This is a beautiful sky when we were coming back from the Buffalo Love event. And then this week is not quite done, so I'm not done filling that out, but I really like the way these look. I only journaled from the first, did really good on the first, second, third, fourth, and then I started petering out, and then there's nothing after the 7th, which is fine. I already moved the extra pages over to July. So getting ready for quarter 3, I wanted to already stain the paper, but just kind of focusing a little bit more, less on chaos. So I did the currentlies here, my writing log here, YouTube videos here. I think what I want to do is just write maybe in pencil and then pen them in whenever that's what I'm actually doing. For my monthly task, I put them in little boxes like this, so then I can just focus on a few for each, like my day job, projects, author, business, personal. And then I added gratitude, joy, and affirmations. And then this is how the weeklies now look. There's a quote, every season asks something different of us. Then I have a day job, business, project, personal. And then the top 3. So I only pinned in the top first one because I don't know if it's going to take 1 or 2 lines each. This one looks the same with a little bit of pretty decoration. So this decoration here is actually from this washi tape I got from Amazon, and I cut off the pieces I wanted. Some of the text is really weird. And then small steps repeated consistently become extraordinary journeys. I use these stamps here for the daily stamps, except when I was doing this, I stamped 01 and then I lost it, which is a planner's nightmare. Hoping I can find it. I'm not going to vacuum the floors until I figure out where it went to. But anyway, continuing on. So same setup. And then the seed does not fear the dark soil. It trusts what it is becoming. And then trees do not rush toward the sky. They grow one ring at a time. And I just did some pretty, these are all from one sheet of a washi, or from a Happy Planner book. And then, hold on, let me get that real quick. So these stickers came out of this one. Unfortunately, they only had one page of the pretty purple. They kind of have these ones that are similar, which I might slap into the book using those ones. But see, the pretty ones only have one page each, which is like really sad. So I might use those other purple ones throughout once I get going. And then this is another page I decorated. So growth is found in the work you do when no one is watching, and the fire within you was never meant to stay hidden. And I kind of covered over the days since Saturday and Sunday aren't going to be used. The same for the beginning, because Monday and Tuesday are not going to be used because it starts on Wednesday. I already have a plan for next year so that I can just have the whole week all together. These are for the daily pages. So I'm ready for Q3, just trying to contain the chaos, I think, a little bit more, and then thinking about what goals I have for Q3 that I'm going to break down into this. All right, hopefully that helped you and gave you some ideas. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, Muppy.